his job to answer questions from us.
Yeah.
But he, time and time again, he will literally not answer. And of course, what the audience often don't know is
Mayor Sadiq Khan left speechless for 30 seconds after heated confrontation. You're not going to believe what just happened. London's mayor, Sadiq Khan, was left completely speechless for a full 30 seconds during a heated public confrontation that has already gone viral. The clip is circulating everywhere right now, and whether you support him or not, one thing's clear: this moment has struck a nerve across Britain. Now, let's be honest. Politicians are used to tough questions. They train for interviews, debates, even hostile crowds. But what unfolded here wasn't scripted, it wasn't polished, and that's exactly why it's sending shockwaves. Here's what went down. The clash took place during a community Q&A in East London, where Khan was addressing local residents on issues ranging from rising crime to the cost of living crisis. The event had a charged atmosphere from the start. Londoners, frustrated with everything from knife crime to housing shortages, weren't in the mood for talking points. One audience member, described by some reports as a former police officer, stood up and directly challenged the mayor. The question was simple, but devastating in its impact. You talk about keeping London safe, but do you even understand what's happening on our streets right now? Khan opened his mouth to reply, but nothing came out. The silence stretched on. 10 seconds. 20. Nearly 30 seconds before he could finally gather himself. Cameras caught him blinking, shifting, visibly struggling to find the right words. And in politics, those moments of silence, they're louder than any speech. The room erupted. Some people jeered. Others clapped in support, urging him on. But the damage was done. Because here's the truth: silence is powerful. And when a leader can't respond quickly, it creates an image, one that critics will seize on, replaying that clip again and again. Let's dig deeper into why this matters. Khan has built his reputation as a confident, articulate mayor. He's been in countless debates with broadcasters, grilled by opposition leaders, even shouted down by protesters. But rarely has he been left looking, for lack of a better word, stunned. And that's exactly why this 30-second pause is making headlines. Social media blew up almost instantly. One tweet that racked up thousands of likes read, "This is why people are losing faith. When the mayor of London can't answer a basic question, what hope do we have?" Another, defending Khan, countered, "Everyone has human moments." At least Khan didn't lash out or deflect. He took a second to compose himself. The divide was stark. For critics, this was proof of weakness. For supporters, it was simply a rare moment of humanity in an otherwise high-pressure environment. But here's the kicker: insiders are already spinning it. One Labour aide told a local outlet, "The mayor isn't a robot. He listens carefully before responding." That pause shows he's taking questions seriously, not just firing off rehearsed lines. Meanwhile, a Conservative MP pounced on the moment, saying, "Londoners need leadership, not hesitation." This is symbolic of a mayor who's lost touch with reality. So, what we've got here is more than just 30 seconds of silence. We've got a political Rorschach test. People are projecting their own frustrations, hopes, and criticisms onto that pause. But let's not lose sight of the bigger picture. This confrontation highlights the deep tension in London politics right now. On one side, residents are desperate for solutions to crime, housing, and affordability. On the other side, leaders like Khan are struggling to balance big-picture vision with the everyday anger of citizens who feel unsafe or unheard. And when those two forces collide, you get moments like this. Now, historically, these kinds of public silences have been defining. Think of when politicians freeze under pressure. Those clips live on far longer than any well-rehearsed speech. They become shorthand for out of touch or unprepared. But will this be one of those moments for Khan? Or will it fade as just another blip in the endless 24-hour news cycle? Already, late-night radio shows are dissecting it. Callers phoning in, some saying, "This shows Khan's human side," while others argue, "London can't afford hesitation." The story is spilling beyond politics into culture because it taps into a universal feeling, that uncomfortable silence when someone doesn't know how to respond. And let's not forget, Tommy Robinson's name has been mentioned repeatedly in this context. His supporters are already amplifying the clip, framing it as evidence that Khan struggles when challenged head-on. Whether fair or not, Robinson thrives on moments that make establishment figures look rattled. And right now, this moment is serving him well. So what does this mean moving forward? For Khan, it's a warning shot. Every public appearance will now carry the weight of that 30-second silence. Journalists will be watching for hesitation. Opponents will replay the clip whenever they want to question his confidence. And Londoners, the very people he serves, may be left wondering if the mayor can truly deliver under pressure. For his critics, this is fuel. A single pause becomes symbolic of bigger frustrations. And in today's fast-paced media landscape, symbolism often matters more than substance. But here's the thing, this doesn't have to be the end of the story. Khan has a chance to turn this around. If he acknowledges the moment, reframes it, and connects with Londoners on a human level, he could even gain sympathy. People don't expect perfection. They expect honesty. And sometimes admitting that a question rattled you can be more powerful than pretending it didn't. Still, the clock is ticking. Because if he ignores it, the narrative will be written for him. The silence will speak louder than any statement. And that's where we are right now. A 30-second pause. A room full of frustrated citizens. A mayor caught off guard. And a city asking, does this silence reveal more than words ever could? So the question is, what happens next? Does Khan bounce back, stronger, sharper, ready for the next confrontation? Or will this pause linger in the public mind, replayed as a symbol of hesitation in a city that demands answers now? One thing's for sure. This is a moment that London won't forget anytime soon.